And to one of my favorites, we go. Xen Sams joins us right now to wrap up the week. And I mean, if you want a beautiful ending to your week, you got to sign up Xen Sams to end the week with you. And she's an actress, she's a model, supermom, philanthropist, all that other stuff. Can we just put all that stuff on our lower third so I don't have to waste the viewer's time listening to me when they want to focus on Xen? Hi, Xen.
Hi, John. How are you? You look like the party started at your house.
Oh, baby, this party's been going for years. Yeah.
Parties. I always just like come in through Zoom and kind of say hi, but never in the live action, never in the moment. You know, I'm feeling left out, John.
Yeah, well, I feel bad about that. And I know when we were in the studio every so often, if I encouraged you for long enough, you'd at least have one glass of wine or something with us. Yeah. So those were the days. And those were the days when New York was, you know, for 1 week every year, at least the fashion capital of the world. When Fashion Week came to town, the whole city stopped. And anybody that is somebody was trying to get in the front row at a fashion show, and there were red carpets everywhere. And, you know, apparently now it's Fashion Week is going to have a new look or something like that. Well, what do we got going here?
You know, COVID-19 on retail is becoming, it's by now the impact is we could feel it. It's becoming very well known. Retail sales fell about 9.5%. Department store sales with a large concentration of fashion retail offerings fell some 25%. And apparel and accessory store revenues literally cratered 52%. And specific to fashion merchandise, it's important to remember that a fair amount of spending is driven by seasonal factors. So while there's still, some hope for true summer merchandise, the window of opportunity for traditional spring full price selling is closing very fast. And you know, the bump retailers typically get from product bought from school vacations, Easter, Mother's Day, and other spring events is largely gone. So, you know, most high school and college graduations, tonight my stepdaughter Carly is graduating, aren't happening as in-person events. You know what I mean? So for luxury retailers that drive a meaningful percentage of their sales from both domestic and international tourists, well, this isn't coming back in the foreseeable future either. So, you know, you have a slew of things that are working against the fashion industry. And right now, they needed to revamp, and they did. So there is a saving grace. The fashion industry has revamped. Michael Kors, just to add to this list, was the latest designer to step away from the usual fashion schedule. And that's pretty big in New York because Michael Kors and New York City kind of go hand in glove, and people, you know, his collections are very well known. So he's not showing during New York Fashion Week this fall, and he's opting to schedule his collection Spring Summer 2021 show for sometime between mid-October and mid-November, rather than during New York Fashion Week in the typical September that we know it. And this is in order to allow customers time to purchase the previously released items, which have basically remained on shelves due to the pandemic. So a lot of fashion houses right now need to liquidate all of that. They're pushing showing during the regular, September season. And right now, the crisis has led brands to seeking new and innovative ways to present their collections. So for Fashion Week in London, they just staged an online-only event earlier this month, while Burberry has announced plans for a show in the British outdoors in September. A lot of the fashion houses like Paris Fashion Week closed in March with like a huge spectacle. You probably didn't see it, but I did. It was held by Louis Vuitton in the shadowy courtyard of the Louvre Museum. And though no one knew it was going to be the last essentially fashion show catwalk of 2020, it was. So shortly after that, the spread of the coronavirus put an end to all these physical gatherings. So they've literally had to revamp. So everything is a digital online experience right now.
What's happening what's happening with your camera? You're actually so excited that you're shaking your balcony, and the camera's like jumping up and down.
I'm on the 25th floor, and there's a lot of wind right now.
All right. So you're in a torrent.
No, it's not me. It's the wind. I'm literally trying to hold the computer screen. It's crazy. But I am holding it down. This girl,
she goes out there and even puts up with all the elements just to be part of Liquid Lunch for us. You're a doll. You're the best. Tell us, many people say that these shutdowns came at like the absolute worst time. And I've mentioned in some of my market talking about the markets and stuff, that I have been betting against a lot of stocks because I think they're going to go down a lot. Macy's, I'm short. Gap stores, I'm short.
yeah.
AMC theaters, I'm short. I don't think these businesses have a great opportunity to recover when many of them were on the brink of bankruptcy before that.
Exactly.
How bad was the timing of this thing coming boom right in March?
Timing. The worst timing. It couldn't have hit fashion at the worst time. And these companies, like you said, they were struggling to survive. These companies were depending on every season. They were depending on these markers in life, like graduations and Easter and Mother's Day, where typically people go out and they buy gifts and the retail market is booming. And all of that literally came to a screeching halt with COVID-19. And so all of these brands have literally had to rethink about how they're presenting their collections to their audience. And they're doing it in a very Netflix kind of way, because people are very interested and they want to see what's going on, but they don't want to attend fashion shows and large gatherings. And a lot of these editors, they're comfortable in the comfort of their own home or in their office. So right now, they've upped the ante. There's a whole different ways that people could present their collections. These designers are becoming very innovative. 3D films, poetry readings. There's so much footage that they're producing now to get the content out there, where you literally could feel like you're putting a dress on with some of the virtual reality that's been created. So I think the fashion industry is going to grapple a little bit at gaining control of a sinking ship. But I think they're going to come out stronger, more innovative, more creative, more united, and more cost effective and more green at the end of the day. There'll be less waste. I mean, fashion shows cost a lot of money to put on.
No. We don't want green. Green is so 80s. We don't want green.
Well,
green, the color green is out.
Listen,
I mean, who wants green?
Coronavirus
You see a woman.
It taught me to respect Mother Earth. So green
Yeah,
is
but
good.
I mean, if you see a woman at a party in a green dress, you probably got it off the clearance rack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants green fashion.
We don't want green. We want black link.
All right, Sam, we got to leave it there. You are the bomb. Thank you for enduring the elements and the wind and 25 stories high atop New York City to give us some great
Look at the
comments.
quick view. Woohoo!
Yow! Oh, wow. Oh, she's got lighting and everything, this one. All right, you're the bomb. Thank you, Xen. You're the best. We'll talk to you again soon on Wednesday, hopefully. Bye. Xen Sams, model, actress, philanthropist, movie producer, stunt woman, everything. Everything and more. She's like the total package. And hopefully you're enjoying Liquid Lunch. It's the total package of what you want to have to get some fair news. But we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to come back and wrap it up with 10 minutes of drivel like you've never seen.